Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we're taking a look at a new Premium Bandai Master-Grade kit here. This is the Blaze Zaku Phantom. So this actually has the ability to make either the Blaze Zaku Phantom or the Blaze Zaku Warrior. Both options here. Still not the Rei Zabrel white version, but this is just the green version, kind of your standard Zaku 2 color scheme here for this, of course, from the Seed line. So as we've seen already with the two different versions of this Master Grade that I've reviewed before, it's an awesome Master Grade, a lot of great detail on there, and now it's got that super cool backpack with all the little mini missiles and everything in there. So it's got a new backpack, and that's basically going to be the extent of what's really new about this kit aside from the colors. But let's go ahead and check it out here, starting with the box. As it is a P-Bandai kit, there's not a whole lot to see on the front of the box, just some nice box art there. You can see a couple of Zaku Warriors all around there flying around. Got the missile pods up there on the back looking very cool. Around on the sides of the box, not really too much to see. Just the name, once again, you can make the Blaze Zaku Phantom or the Blaze Zaku Warrior. And just kind of the same stuff around here on the sides of the box. Nothing really too much there, so let's go ahead and get it popped open. And in here, we've got 8 bags of runners and some water slide decals I saw in there too. I forgot that this kit has those. That's awesome. And our instruction manual here. And on the front of the instruction manual, you can see a color version, a full color version of the artwork from the front of the box. Also looking very cool. On the back side is our marking guide for this, where all the water slide decals are going to be going around on the kit. So you have all that there, as well as the painting guide down here at the bottom. All the colors there in Japanese and in English, so you can check those out for the official colors here. Opening it up to the center pages, there's nothing, and in the front there's nothing, so there's nothing else to see here in the manual other than just that. So basically in the front here you've got your parts list, that's all there. Of course you are going to have a few leftover parts here and there, but not really too many. And it just goes into the construction. But here, if we go towards the end, basically, yeah, it just finishes up with putting the backpack on the kit, showing how to open up the missile pods there and everything, how to move the mono-eye, and how to mount it on an action base, and that's pretty much it. So easy peasy, let's go ahead and check out the runners. Alright, so you are going to have one single little foil sticker in here, a little pink circle there for you. And the always beautiful, you'll love to see it. Thank you so much, Bandai, for these water slide decals. Unfortunately, most regular Master Grade releases, or just Bandai model kits in general, Gunpla kits in general I should say, don't include water slides. It's usually only with P-Bandai kits generally that have water slide decals, especially the P-Bandai Master-Grade kits, and not even all of those. But anyway, at least we got a lot of nice water slide decals included with this set, so that's really nice. You got our nice big A runner here in 4 colors. You got one clear piece down here for the visor, some orange up there, and then your 2 tones of green, the lighter and darker green. It's definitely a little bit different from the standard Zaku 2, like the Universal Century Zaku 2. The lighter green would be a little bit more desaturated. This one's a little bit more saturated green color for that. Then getting into the inner frame parts, which are once again going to be black for this version of the kit. This is runner B. We also have some parts for the beam rifle over there as well too. And then runner C, some more frame parts and hand parts on there. This is going to have these swappable fingers. Runner D, some more black inner frame parts for the arms and legs. So we've got 2 of this D runner. And the rest of our frame parts are here on the E1 runner, as well as some more parts for the weapons on here, as you can see too. And we've got runner E2, which is a copy of this section of the runner here. Then we got runner F1 for some armor pieces in the lighter of the 2 green colors. We've got 2 of this F1 runner. Runner G1 is going to be some of our pieces in white, including the shield piece, and then some parts for the grenades and some accent colors on the kit. Then we got runner G2, which is a copy of this part here for the shield. Then runner H1 is some more parts in the darker of our 2 green colors, and then we've got an H2, which is a copy of this part of the runner right there for the skirt armor. Runner I1 is our beam effect parts here for the beam axe. And then runner K is our insert molded parts for the tubing on the legs here in black. Runner M1 is some parts here for the head. And you can see this has some of the parts here from the Slash Zaku Phantom as well too, but I'm guessing those are not going to be used for this kit because I don't think we've got all the parts to make that big beam scythe that it's got. But this is basically, I think, just giving you new parts for the head here with the commander antenna on that. So these are all parts here for the lighter green M1 runner. And then our main new runners for this kit are going to be runners N1 and N2. So this is another 4 color runner here with some red, kind of off-white, very light gray, kind of medium, a little bit lighter gray, and then some black parts up there. Again, this is basically all parts for the backpack mostly. You do have a new seated pilot figure here as well too, so you can see that little guy on there. And then of course runner N2 just going to be a copy of this section of the runner there like that. So as we've seen before with this kit, it's a relatively simple Master Grade kit, but as you can see there's quite a lot of stuff in there, so it should be pretty cool once it's all put together. I'm looking forward to it. I love the Zaku Phantom from Gundam Seed. It's a really cool kind of version of the Zaku too, or sort of like a different interpretation of it, sort of, I guess. But I really like the design, so I can't wait to get this one built up. Let me go ahead and do that and we'll see how it looks. But alright guys, so here it is, and it's really cool to see this design, which is already a very much, obviously, a take on the Zaku 2, now in the official Zaku 2 colors, basically. Again, it's kind of close, but not exactly. Anyway, as you guys have heard me say many times since we got the original release version of this kit, I really like the design of the Zaku Phantom, and now having this, just another version to add to the collection, is definitely a welcome one by me. Building the main body for the third time didn't feel like a chore. It was still a fun kit to build. It's a pretty simple build, so it goes together, you know, without any issues or anything. And then basically the backpack was what was new to build with this kit, and it also went together really nicely. And I just think the color separation and everything on the backpack does look really nice. Of course, it's really nicely detailed to match all the detail of the mobile suit as well too, so that all looks good, and I think this makes for a pretty awesome kit. So let's go ahead and check out the accessories and stuff. And the accessories not really going to be anything too new or exciting to cover. Basically everything's just there with the backpack, but you've got an action base stand here, our different swappable finger option parts there. So it's got closed fist, which I've got there on the kit now. It's also got a set of open hands, as well as a set of holding hands for the left and the right, and trigger finger hands for the left to the right, so you can choose which hand you want to hold the beam rifle in. And so here that is, just again the same as we've seen in the past versions. It's got a little white piece on there, overall very nicely detailed. The handle over here on the side can move up and down like that. For storing this on the back skirt, there's a little peg there. This ammo drum at the top shouldn't come off. It should slide up like that and then fold down to the side so that that's not in the way here on the back skirt. This little panel here will slide down, and that's where you can plug this onto there. We've also, of course, got the beam axe and beam effect parts there for that. Now this one unfortunately does not store anywhere on the kit. It's meant to, I guess in canon, actually store inside the shield, but doesn't actually do that. And among your extra pieces, you do have a second one, but you don't have any effect parts for that. So you've got the parts there if you want to just have like another one, I don't know, maybe used for something else. And you could make your own effect parts or just have it without the effect parts lit up or something. We've got extra parts to make a second one of these if you wanted to. And for actual option parts for this, we've got a different pilot figure. So the pilot figure that I've got up in there is the Athrunzala one. If I can get the cockpit hatch open there, so there you go. The pilot figures are slightly different in their design. They're molded in different colors, but even the design is a little bit different for them. One is just a standard, just kind of no-name grunt character, I guess, and then the other one inside of there is supposed to be Athrunzala. We've also got an option part for the head. If you didn't want to have the commander antenna on there, you've just got just the regular type, but there's that. And also, depending on whether you want to make it as the Blaze Zaku Phantom or the Blaze Zaku Warrior, you can choose to have 2 shields or 1 shield and 1 spiked shoulder armor like that. So obviously I've gone for the type with the 2 shields. I think is more impressive in this case. Should also mention that you've got these extra ammunition drums there for the machine gun that are stored in here on the underside of the shields. Those can be removed, but those are basically just there for show, and they do look really cool. Now on to the main event, which is just going to be the backpack. As for the main kit itself, we've gone over this in the review of the original kit, so I won't go through the articulation in this video, but the articulation, I mean, as you guys will see as we try out some poses, is really nice. It basically has nothing in the way of seam lines on it, which is really nice as well too, so it should be a really easy kit to paint up. And just again, all the details on there are going to look really nice once you've got that all detail painted in and everything, so that all looks good. As for the backpack, the only real trouble I had with this was this little red piece here on the side. On the inside there's this same piece, it's gray, but on the outside it's red, but this piece is like basically exactly the same. So I cut out all the pieces at once for the backpack, and then when I was building it, it was hard to kind of know whether I needed to use the red piece or the gray piece, because they're from the same runner, so it's not like it's an all red runner. I could know that, or like an all brown runner. So if you're doing it like that, just make sure you pay attention to the way that you're putting those in, that the red is supposed to be on the outside and the gray is supposed to be on the inside. But here, these will basically move around. This middle section here, kind of the stabilizer bit, will move up and down a little bit there like that. And then each section here is also just on a ball joint, so you can move those around. These back parts will open up like that, and again, some nice color separation, nice detail up inside there. And then the front part here will fold down like that. You fold this up and then fold this out, and then just kind of fold that back down like that. It doesn't necessarily really like plug into anything, but it just sort of sits like that, and it does look really cool. So you have both sides opened up. It's gonna look like so. Very cool. And yeah, just simple, but the color, like I said, the color separation, the detail on these parts does look really quite nice, whether you have them opened up or closed. And of course the backpack, the wizard system, is just the same as with all the other versions of this kit, so if you wanted to mix and match the backpack, you can do that very easily. Now, of course, if you paint, it doesn't really matter too much, because if you wanted this to be, for example, in Lunamaria Hawk colors, you wouldn't have to switch it for the Lunamaria Hawk kit. You could just paint it in different colors and have a different backpack on it, or switch this backpack to that kit or whatever. Anyway, it is very cool, so let's try out some poses. So as you guys will see as we try out some cool action poses with this, it's just a great looking kit. I talked about in my original review of this that it seemed very simple for a Master Grade, you know, something sort of actually a little bit in between kind of RE100 and Master Grade. I still think that, like I mentioned before, it's still a simple build as far as Master Grades go. It's not a very complex Master Grade with like a lot of little parts or anything, but it does look really nice on the outside. There's a lot of great detail there. The color separation is quite nice. You have little bits of orange and white going around everywhere. So, I mean, everything is there to give it a really cool look, I think. So whether you're going for this version or just the standard release Lunamaria Hawk version or any other future versions of the kit, I'm sure they're probably going to release the kind of like white version of this probably at some point down the line as well too, and I don't know what else, but I'm sure there'll be other future releases of this, probably all unfortunately P-Bandai, but it's a really great kit, so I definitely recommend checking out one of them if you can get your hands on one, maybe your preferred version if you have one. Whichever version of the kit you decide to go for, I'm sure you'll enjoy it. It's a really nice one. So if you guys have any other further questions or comments about this particular version or something, do feel free to leave those down in the comment section below, and as always, thank you to USA Gundam Store for making it all possible, guys. Do check out the link to USA Gundam Store, that'll be in the video description down below there as well too. Of course, you guys can save 10% off everything and anything there on the site. You can use my coupon code ZakuAurelius10 to do that. And as always, guys, just thank you so much for your support, liking the video, commenting, subscribing, all that is greatly appreciated as well. So till next time, I hope you're all having a great day. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.